love me and tea. APC no let we be alone. Una let we be a, let we picture. APC they come back home. Una let we correct, let we no bet we say. Come back home. Let we no lose up. APC they come back home. Let we learn for the play we set. APC they come back home. Now they we day. APC. Now they we day. They come back home. Now they we day. APC. Now they we day. Yeah, we victory. Victory for us. In the struggle of APC, victory for us. Let we not fret we settle. Let we not cause we settle. Let we not blame nobody. We for let we serve. Let we stand together. So APC go calm. Papa check it on it. We not tell we say. We for let we serve. Una let we be a, let we picture. APC they come back home. Una let we correct. Let we not bet we say. Come back home. Let we not lose up. APC they come back home. Let we learn for the play we set. APC they come back home. Now they we day. APC. Now they we day. They come back home. Now they we day. APC. Now they we day. You feel we no try make it no for say APC now the best party. APC party, yeah. Now the best party. Now the best party. Them and me. Una correct. APC they come on. Hey young boy. Una via. Hey young girl. APC they come on. Do ya, let we not fence we say. We not fence we say. So let for me go win the battle. Yeah. Una let we be a, let we picture. APC they come back home. Una let we correct, let we not fence we say. APC they come back home. Let we not lose up. APC they come back home. Let we learn for the play we set. APC they come back home. Now they we day. Now they we day. Come back home. Now they we day. APC. Now they we day. Party A, party B, it don't make sense. It don't make sense. I said party B, party C, it don't make sense. It don't make sense. All the UK, that we don't make sense. It don't make sense. We for no say now why APC we get. No talk to APC. We get. Now that we day, now that we day, now that we day. APC. Now that we day, now that we day, now that we day. APC. Super boy. Overtaking is allowed. Super boy. Overtaking is allowed. Super boy. Una let we be a, let we picture. APC they come back home. Una let we correct, let we not fence we say. Come back home. Let we not lose up. APC they come back home. Let we learn for the play we set. APC they come back home. Now they we day. APC. Now they we day. They come back home. Now they we day. APC. Now they we day.
Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, and also on a day, good night as well. Today, na the 26th of May, 2024. My name is Fattia Samura. I reside in London. I'm one of the presenters in the APC Diaspora TV online. So today, as soon as you see the topic now at the bottom of the screen, today we did talk about FGM, female genetic mutilation. Now, very controversial subject, very sensitive subject, but we get for discuss now openly. One thing I want to say to now before we go any further, please guys, on our way online now, on share the live. If you're on YouTube, good afternoon. If you're on Facebook, good afternoon, good evening. Kabo Kushe. Please guys, on a press share. All I need for you to do just press share so other people can join the conversation. And people then go give them contribution. I get two fantastic women today, Naya. When I mean fantastic, you can't get any better than these two. Anyway, I go introduce them later on. Then obviously, then we'll go introduce them. So most of them are probably familiar with them already in our social media because their work is out there for you to see and decide. So today is just gonna be me. My coordinator is absent due to personal reasons. So he's sending an apology, but nevertheless, he'll be here next week. Okay, we move. Like I say, my name is Fattia Samura. I'm one of the presenters at this platform today. We get a technical team at the background who are helping me greatly. So if I go any side wrong, then obviously they go correct me. Guys, when I don't see the topic, when I don't see any posters, when I don't see any flyers, we don't share them all over social media. If I get any particular question on I want ask regarding this sensitive subject today, please una write na the chat. Then female woman, yeah, then ladies, yeah, what we get today now. Now the only people that will go able for give now the factual. Anything we'll discuss on this platform is going to be factual. They come with fact figures. Obviously, like I always say, we get your own personal opinions, so that will contribute, but not factual. So please, guys, anything I want to know about FGM. When I put on the comment box, I go highlight her and then go answer them for me. Like I said, if I need the answers today, now then lady and they can go now 100% factual answers rather than he say, she say, they say, he say. Today, now I go introduce me first guest to now. The first guest why they introduce most of them are familiar with on social media, including me. Una don't see in work, una don't yeah, una don't in a TV, radio, newspaper, anywhere where there is viewing live, whatever, social media, old time television, new time. She is there advocating for this particular subject. She don't dedicate in life to this subject. She wants the best of it. So, ladies and gentlemen, and the introduction at the one and only Alimatu Dimonekene. This lady get NBE. Anybody will get NBE in the United Kingdom, Great Britain, know what they do. That's something when they just give to anybody around the corner, around the block. That's why some of us are not nominated. We're not there. So this lady gets NBE. I'm sure you know all know what the NBE. If you know what the NBE, it go explain that. Anybody when the queen look, you say, yeah, this must know the amount of work what this lady don't do. Now, formidable lady. Alimatu, hello, how are you?
Good evening, Fattia. Thank you so much. With such introduction, I don't know what else for say, but this is what gives me joy. I just love for fight the good cause, win a cause for women and girls. And it's something I take great pride. And I surround myself with incredible people. Then yes, now me get the MBE, but this work where I get so the MBE. Now we all get every Sierra Leone woman, now for Salon woman, I get the MBE because actually the reason why I get the MBE was for the title of Preventing Violence Against Women and Girls, with special emphasis on the issues and fight that are unfair for Sierra Leone. So as much as I'm a British citizen, but I was born in Sierra Leone, I grew up in Salon, I go school in Salon, I left Salon, I came England, so Salon there in me, as I can always say, so this now for we all. And, now a great pleasure for me for dinner on a platform for talk about something we are very passionate about. And not only talk about it, I also get my colleague with me. So thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much, Alima. Okay, I'll introduce the next guest. I will just get the technical team for highlights with next guest. Everybody, this like I say, we get two formidable women in today. If anybody want be any something when it comes to bias, woman and gender, FGM, advocating for women. He also on abroad. She's well known, as I don't see already. Most of them know her, instead of not social media person. It is everywhere where there has to be defended. People are not in the defend with the woman and we pride in this whole year. Not to just in Sierra Leone, no. Not to just in Sierra Leone, no. All over. Now then people are not they put before now the name in a Sierra Leone. For the fact that self na Sierra Leone alone give us grace. No say we Sierra Leone day for faithful woman. What they call the name, they ask the outside them from they say Sierra Leone. That alone for us is a bonus, it's a pride. So we're proud of her as well. She's our mama, she's our auntie, she's our sister, she's our mother. Now everybody their mama. Anybody who they faith for woman there, no matter what age, na mama. So, ladies and gentlemen, we view as them online. Una welcome, Mrs. Hawa to DC. Say Hawa to Mrs. Say, how are you?
I'm fine. I'm fine.
You
How
want
you
to
do?
you feel like that Uda you be what you don't do slightly before we start?
Okay. Me na Awadi Sesay. I born in Sierra Leone. I grew up there. I go school there. I do everything in Sierra Leone. Then travel, come for further education. Start first in a former Soviet Union. I end up here. They talk against violence against women and girls. So the main theme na FGM, female genital mutilation what they call Bondo Society or Sunday or Sunnah. Then any other thing where you say violence against women and girls, it consists of so many things: rape, child marriage, arranged marriage, empower women, therefore let them be themselves. All over the world, not to Sierra Leone no more, they all over the world. We travel worldwide.
Thank you.
So
Thank you.
that's nine we they do.
Thank you so much, Auntie. Thank you so much, Auntie Hawa. Like I said to now, if we get anybody where they fit to be battle, now then two individual you the handpick. We'll get quite a lot of you now the Sierra Leonean community. We'll get Syrian, we'll get different women and say where they fight for the same cause. Yeah, so they all they work in conjunction for the same thing. The more women, the better. So not to just then two, we'll get Syrian. I think we'll get few more. Alima will probably as we they go along, go name them because they all depend this fight here. So Alima they doing best, Auntie Hawa they doing best. Syrian, so they all they advocate for the same thing. Before we go any further, Alimatu, Auntie Hawa, I just want to ask you now, I want to let people know small thing, meaning before we start the question, because people then go say, oh, now because you don't come UK or you don't come abroad, now you don't see the Bondo as the devil. So I want Alimatu, like just give me about a minute or so, how this start from you, how this passion came into you.
Thank you so much. Of course. In fact, I'm glad the way you asked that question there. You see, for me personally, as part of, apart from FGM, a personal experience where I go through, so Lagio back sort of a little bit of history, because when people then can see me name, then they see the Alimatu, then they see the Dimonekene. It took a long time for Sierra Leone and for no say being a Sierra Leone. Past that one, I want to go school in a convent, but me na post you come on a salon, where in people then are very prominent, formidable people there. In fact, I can gladly for say me forebearers, then me father's father, me granny, then granny. Now they actually don't create the political structure where we get so today in Sierra Leone. So I'm very proud of that. Where you look at me, heritage was Komoma Goroka Tongolili district. Most of my relatives then form the political structure yanda. Many were killed because they stand and then stand for oppression, they stand against, what I would call a marginalization. Then you go to my mother's side, when I'm in maternal side, when I put local, Losar, my four key chiefdoms. So me people that don't fight for rights for decades. So me not to the first one. But my actual role as an activist begin when I was 6 years old. I grew up in Liberia because we at two. Me daddy run away from Sierra Leone because they want to kill him because of politics. So we go Sierra Leone. So as a Sierra Leonean growing up in Liberia, my parents, they open their house, their doors to so many Sierra Leoneans today, cut across the board. Even politicians, their presidents, they don't leave now, we home. They seek asylum or what we call refuge or somewhere outside and go call the beginning of their journey into maybe finding pasture greens elsewhere. So not to the first in this, but we're 16, 17, because I grown in Liberia, me timni granin, not be say I don't get some of my Sierra Leonean heritage because of the kind of family where I come out. I've been born for get leadership na salon because me granny they all na be society woman them from Ella Koblo we married me great grandpa when I Koblo Pat Bana when I'm me granny in Fambul. You go to me papa side of my worker with people then get where I call power and then place them there. So for like I go born and grow up so say where me granny be I not get a understanding of me actual heritage, the power where I get that the society. If he say we not been just Creole no more with the talk, we just the talk Liberia, we not sabi talk Timini, we not sabusa or come over. We my and papa them be very proud for say we not Sierra Leoneans there. Even though we've been there Liberia, I go boarding school and my work up. The reason why my daddy put me in a boarding school, if we want make a land the chronic Timini because we proud for be Timini. Because as much as my people then kind of my work and settle, they create a very strong foundation for the people of Magoroka. If you go to Magoroka, you team up now 24 borrow, you say they look for their Hassan, and they go tell you who that are we. And me that they make them born me in Magoroka for like I go get that very firm knowledge of me history, me legacy where I get for left for me young grand picking there. So I go know usa common the source of me foundation na Magoroka. Then we grow back na Lonsa, usa me mama and people them get power. You know, you're gonna put local me mama and people then and then me hold the chieftaincy in that side and there. So for be part of the secret society, I was born to be part of that, right? But where them put me bondo, they rush for put me bondo. And the way where them put me, they say, oh, then showing people them pick here. Then they almost want for show me say, me not to be Sierra Leone, I just put her like that way because the Uma we put her, it really brutalized me. Why I say it brutal, like me so not something I don't ever share, but I'm happy for sharing at this platform. Me when them put me under the Uma they will put me, them finger me. For me, finger na rape. I was molested inside the Bondo bush because they be feel say like we then poor we, you know, we people that me get money and not suffer for nothing. I grown at a very good home. So now like for teach me a lesson. So for me, I not be understand because me not been possible why they go school. I've been so clever. Everything where you need for know. If they ask me one question, I don't give 100 answer because I know so many things. Reason being, me daddy open me knowledge about life and the society and everything. In fact, if we talk today about dual roles, me papa make sure say we learn everything we brother than the land. Then me mama make sure say we brother the land anything with the woman there for land. Me brother then sabi cook pass with the woman there because me daddy not believe say woman are also no more for there and for born picking because me daddy not been very brilliant man. He's still there around. You know, he believe in the power of education and he believes say woman can do anything. Likewise, me mama na been teacher. Mi mama na ela golama na imen ela koblo na imen mi mama, right? So as you can imagine, Ella Golama was a woman who was strong in education. So my mama self was big on education and give me that support today where we need for let we go be and know about everything that a child can learn and know about as a child. So when they put me on, I really not be understand what's be the purpose. You know, because my mama, it teach you everything there was to know about sex and how you go born picking, how you for cook and clean. As I be cook for where old age 7. Because we they play cook, we they do anything. The boarding school where I go and teach me everything. As I be so close, as I be gara, because my mama and granny they be the gara. You know, me granny na my work can be the first woman wave create the cooperative the way we sabi today for open small, you know, SMEs there for women and give them a loan and help them. So there was nothing I learned for be a woman inside the Bondo Bush. For me, I just not understand waiting this purpose been there for. Because if not for teach me something, then in me case, now then just go abuse me for somebody where I not be one man business for me, not be school, till I done school, I not get boyfriend because for me, boyfriend not to be anything. Then I go to a place where they go tell you, say, this not the reason why then they go put you bondo. I feel bad. Then why can't England, by the time they born me for speaking 22, where I go hospital and the woman there, because that was the first time, maybe if you say all man like me, everybody gets the same private area. So where I get me picking belly, and then they have been get endless sort of situation, complication where they link to me FGM. So, but I've been lucky I meet this midwife. Now this midwife say, you know, then do something to you. You get for hamburger where they born you picking. You know, waiting at this thing. I said no, because for me, I not be they see like a problem. I not be even know say I get a problem, you know, but my scars they not be healed. For that many years after them put me with scars in no heal. So when I go to the hospital, the midwife say, no, we go get for make sure say we they monitor you, tell you the bone you picking because you scars them, they're not aligned well so that when you go born you picking, you go tear, right? We then call the tear for them when a midwife where they deliver woman and then they begin for do something called episiotomy on both sides of my first baby. Can you imagine? It was very painful. Very painful because my scars did not heal. I was lucky in England I born me picky. If not be any other part of the world I've been born me picky, so therefore we don't lost my life. Because not only did I almost bleed to death, I not heal after I born me picking. For almost 3 months, I've been to go endless checkup there. So one of my last checkup while they at the hospital, and the woman say, you know, this is not a problem where we encounter with Sierra Leoneans them. At this time I was about 22. 90 woman say, because you don't go school, you sabi a lot about this kind here. We really want young women like you for the talk about FGM. But I tell the woman, I say, you know what, I say, me country was come over for talk about FGM, then will tell me, say, devil, they can't catch me. They will go do this, they will go do that, they will go do this. I say, and I'm afraid because I feel like I say, if I begin for talk, then one day we not go understand, then go feel say I try for challenge me culture and me community. Now the woman say, no. It say by you talking, you go actually they help woman they will get this problem because the hospital where I've been born me picking, then we just start the hospital and not we don't expand it the way where they don't expand. So and unfortunately then in the 90s, 1992, where born before speaking. Now that time the Sierra Leone when they go through the conflict, the civil war. Now the woman say we they see so many women that they come out from Africa with this FGM. We need somebody like you come on at the local area, you go able for educate, you work at the local authority, you go really be the kind of person we go help with. Now I say, okay. But even at that, I've been so scared because for me, because I grow in such a good way, my family, they be so like me, my mama so like me. I not be sabi anything when I like beat picky, halap and picking because my papa not believe in that. My papa, he believes that
Okay.
picking where they grow, especially girl picking where they grow in a salon, you get for greed and the freedom for let them explore and learn about themselves. And me not supposed to be like for talk boku. So how we go do this thing? I'm not used to the salon community at that 10 day we been in England. How me go for go begin for talk to people them? But I'm not saying me a storyteller. So I begin for write, then they call it agony aunt. So like Gracia magazine, you get Take That magazine or the Hit magazine. I begin for write. In fact, now they I begin for get money because give me then 10 a day, then 50 pounds, 75 pounds for just write 250 words stories. But I never ever put my name there. I can always say, somebody get married, it kind of England, sabi the husband, the first night of the wedding, the lady tear a piece by himself. Because those were the stories I be hearing from Sierra Leonean woman. And because then they just put we bondo one time. Unlike all the other countries in Africa, where they put them boku and put them one time, we in a salon, we get what we call small bondo. That can happen between the ages of say 6 to 10 or 11. It depends where you get your periods until then if you say you don't reach adulthood, then go put you. Then you get for come back again. Like me, so because they know say we come on and then show also and then not be one let me mama and papa they know say then they go put we. They rush for put me and that make them put me one time. But the one time where they put me becoming at the first speaking. I be even tell you researcher more. I say people they don't know me team name na Yang Beshe, Ogbeshe. Why be they grow and say you see pantimni, then they tell you say, oh, what the bad bump. So when they put me and they show me, say, me na the firstborn na my family. And I come with pride because on both sides of my family, me na be picking with my family, be want. Everybody will know me, then they say, Kala, I bring money. So then they see me and then they fear me, then they afraid me. So I'm not born just ordinary one. So there was something about me where then people have be one for sure say, I don't have me for me take over the position of me granny, when instead of being society woman or my small sister. In fact, my sister Ingo was past me na Kenny, So
But
so
if you say Alima, I not cut you for, but if you say that star what me see for you now so.
Well, that I feel say that was the reason because for me, then me feel say where not be the talk. I not be afraid nobody because the way they meant me, I respect people that everybody na auntie uncle. If I them they say what they will put off for ferris creole for ketemnebo come for put. I be they do it deliberately because my granny and grandpa them they talk English, me papa and papa they talk English. Me mama and papa they talk English, but me two granny they not go school. And then me young granny to me mama side, nabis then bunduka them from Binti strong, kagbantama inside the depth of Timni land, where society na the heart of we community, everything where we do. Where I go visit me great grandpa, me granny and grandpa. Then the crown picking, then crown me as the regent's chief. How old was I? I think I was about 5, 6. Why I can tell my parents then this, then they shock how much history I know about myself and what I don't encounter in Sierra Leone. So when they put me bundo, they rough me up because for sure me say, no say you know, powerful woman na the society who say come out. Yes, una come on na Liberia na the top couple to, but you not team you get for be proud of who say come out, and which I was. You know, none of that I don't sort of disagree with. I'm happy with that, and in fact to this day I want for sure Sierra Leoneans they say I am a born leader. Not they follow people, you they follow me because I know who say come out from my great grandfather when I by Bure the warrior. You don't tell what we fit for we power and we
Okay.
country when a Sierra Leone. Me not come on a foreign land. Me people they not come on Guinea like what we call place. We born, bred na Sierra Leone. Now we travel, but we great grandpa they're not left alone. So
Okay.
you know what must they do camping? Now we give Freetown name. Me forefathers then I then give Freetown the name what we get today. Say, oh, them on go so called camp. Now we give we they come up with local they can't camp. Now we get camp. So I'm a society woman if you look at it that way because I know the history I come from. So
Okay.
I begin to talk to women then at the communities have been when I be Haringe, you know, Barnet, you know, just to educate people and they hold local workshop them, the Haringe Council with people that we know me, they know the work what I don't do with refugee there. Now the refugee council, na Haringe working with Congolese, Sierra Leoneans, the likes, you know, and begin for educate women. Now that thing I can get for land, say, you know what, Bio this FGM and not get nothing for do with waiting and they tell we say it get something for do, i.e. for go make you become a woman, get you ready for married, get you ready for let you go get sex with your husband or your partner.
Okay.
None of that. What
Okay.
it was about controlling women's sexuality. Because at the end of the day, for a woman where go talk openly, like who they talk, so women were forbidden for speak openly about their intimacy, waiting and they get with their husband there. Whatever happens in the room, you cannot, you know, salon and I know why we they tie up, huh?
No,
You know,
we go discuss that later.
you know, so those are the
That
things.
just
So
be
again,
yeah.
we
Yeah.
bring
No,
away
go on.
because I will talk.
I
I
will
talk
listen
for
for the
living.
notes there. I know you're like saying I saw you so no you know so much Timney. I'm not Timney, but I'm quite surprised. And
Well, like to
I see
surprise
me
people there.
Timney.
They're
Exactly. And I
waiting
see
now.
me
Then the Timini
with
come on and me
technician,
what?
they just smile. And I see me technician electing that Timney person, just a smile when they talk. And Tiawa, please, if you self can just tell me small thing, but you said then we could go into the nitty-gritty of the show.
Okay. Me name na Hawa Dabo. Who's I get this say from the man who I'm married to. But me na Madinga, born na Bombali district, men na Kono district. Secondary school na Kenema district. Travel to former Soviet Union. Study there, come back na the UK, add more to it. How I come about FGM when I get belle for born me first speaking, I go hospital. But people they not been they talk. Then they afraid for no offend me as let not say na racist. The day reach for why one born me pikin. Na nightmare 5 days. I dey cry 5 days. Then prepare me now for go do C-section. Now a doctor we been don work na Africa, West Africa, outside the practice day. He said, he talk, he said, he said, one small girl, don't cry, say, don't cry. Say, now the doctor said, no, he said, outside come on, I then tell and say, na Sierra Leone. Now he said, no, we are not do no operation. He get the African surgery, pana. Now in the hamburger. Then the man can now he ask for scissors as they open me up. Now me baby come. So then stitch back. But within that time, I been dey feel say every woman, them privates na the same. Me, na me auntie, na him put me bundo. He say they prepare me fine. Which, it maybe even they do me good. But then do force, now he say no. Like a wedding kingdom put bundo. Can check. Now he say no. He say me name say cannot done proper. Then get for care me go back. In that moment today, it take all me one part flesh. So well, like among me peer group there, they ask there, I say, una how una own thing time? Then say, oh you Hawa, you know the afraid. Who left me? So it begin walking at my head. Now yeah, some years back they invite me na local hospital. I go now then say, then go give me £50. I say yes. Then one make them see. For long time, them been defend me, they no know who Sadi. So then one saw people then new Gani there. Oh my God. What we come on me mouth that did for tell them doctor then they take me everything I run come out. I can't cost the entire reach them use. Okay, that one they done. But with me on, heal properly as Alima they talk because up till now I dey get problem with am. Antibiotic na im na me Panadol. Time reach, dey work for me again.
Okay.
Like a winter wey you dey wear tight and double up yourself, I dey get me heavy nightmare.
Okay.
What some people dem dey talk, oh, I born 10 pikin, I born 20 pikin, nothing no happen me. Hey, something dey with you wey you no know. You get a degree wey dey with you wey you no know. Because the itches, number one, like I was saw the heel, the under no heel, it is scratch. Then you dey get different types of thing wey not necessary with you. If you not be a decent woman, you not go able to sit on near people there. Why they hear people that say, oh, then get big mouths and get this and they talk about bondo, this, that. Now practice the minor way where then they do them. That sit on where then they sit on my chest. If he's skinny, then they broke his side there. That alone, na violence. Well, if it's somebody one waiting, go then they tie your face, sit on my chest, be big mommy, sit on my chest, that's then don't abuse the girl.
Okay.
That's not violence. So, with FGM, so whosa we did today, if I say they talk about FGM,
we go there say the next day.
take 3 days. Because
Okay.
the experience is let not say Sierra Leone, the African community, then they suffer silence.
Yes.
They know what come out.
Now we can talk today na ya Auntie Hawa. Alimatu, like I say, we get good formidable women in our Sierra Leonean community. We're not just una two. Like I say, we get Sayan. I think we get few other where they fight the same cause for bringing FGM to a halt. I think I even remember quite a while ago. I see something on Facebook. I think it's a village. I don't know if Nasseria managed to persuade there for let us stop FGM in that particular village. I don't know if they're not revert.
Now Cambia, who side 2 picking then they die.
Yeah.
Every day and then now Sierra Leone picking then they die.
Okay.
Then they die, then they shove them on the carpet. Where you talk, you get some kakatua then they where there's one silence una.
Well, you see, Auntie Hawa, then they now talk from the beginning of the show. Another cut you off. Now then they now talk from the beginning of the show. Say today we want let the message resonate to them people and then even the last person at the village. Because some people go watch me now, some people they watch me outside, and some people they come back and watch and later. So if I want to go straight to the topic Nayasu, I go now to go give away opinion. We do and precise and concise. So we go because we're not get long time, so we go add more into it. So we do you know, we bring the most important information. We want to say go beneficial to the people where they watch we. This particular question now for you say, yeah, we all see like I say una two with other women they when not now, but we're going to mention the name as we go and go along as reference. Una don't work very, very hard na the Sierra Leonean community by and large, different parts of Africa and probably Asia or Caribbean, but today we seems to be focusing a little more on Freetown because now they're the center. So all the hard work we una don't do so far, Sayan and Tiawa, una all them formidable character, women as well as men as well, because let me not forget, let me not completely marginalize. We get some man the way they fight for the same thing as well.
Yes.
How with the FGM still they go on a Freetown in the practice can so deeply now. You know, we don't see what happen at Academy, where even the first lady get involved. How una feel say una strategy? It a work or in a work, or what una feel say una want change for let this message is? Because so far, if we get somebody like a first lady where they endorse FGM, where what chance una get? Follow una able for try for reach these people. Say
well, you see with Sierra Leone,
quickly, yeah.
You see with Sierra Leone,
yes.
Now the politics they don't put inside FGM too much. Like a Kenya so, where you see William Ruto, now in say let it end up. Gambia, Yaya Jane, where they go, it ban FGM. Although Barrow come back, but that one would they fight them for let it, the ban let it day. But Sierra Leone, now the politicians in, because the last time when somebody who been up and debate, somebody asks the president where they now. They ask, I say, then they go, then once like commit political suicide. I think na side and again vote the APCO, the SLPPO, they are all the same in FGM. But some years ago, during the Ebola, an S been banned. But within that 10 days, if them been left and so, say anybody wait church picking again, if I go prison like how we fight in a UK, yeah, the UK law is standard. But Sierra Leone, with the work, then the can we go beyond. Like the first lady, would they hear me? Hawa Dabo say, Hawa trust. Like carry me word go to her. In a money it they make on top FGM. Now 2019, then come to governance 2018, 2019 document day where the local minister say them for ban all, even na themselves ban all secret society. So in secret society, FGM they. So I don't know now what it ignite them, and not only one know. One other lady who been there I wanna nurse Battle Songa in Wef. Instead we say go put bondo na Shegbema for gain vote. For say woman them for vote for them. If them ban FGM, woman they no go vote for them. But now the life of we, the woman then, like a mirror sidoya so, they suffer why they suffer. They suffer why they suffer. Then go say, oh, not to you angry. Sierra Leone people there, if you not left that habit. What something happened to, oh, me not to say I go, me I've been done born 30 picking, and nothing not happened to me. That me they null avoid that. People then they die secretly. Then they meet we separately, talk to we, how for help there. So now say you have got to happen at television. Go talk say FGM no good for woman there. Look how many picking then they die. Now so one lady died some years during APC government. Usa we come to one name, say not in my name. The then social welfare minister, one Sylvia, he got in up, he said, na doctor, if you watch them that picking day, in parents them face. She was 16 years, then go grip them. Then another one happened in this government, na bond. It don't born two picking there. They run out and then say, it no go bondo. Then go for Rampana. The girl died. Masire, he died. Last year, it was last year. He don't left in two orphan there. Then they sweep her on the carpet. Then the first lady go, he say they go pull kindu bondo. Then they been na kenima mblama na demi go school. Within the time where they go school, they been done ban that kindu day. And any side them told kindu na bondo they inside there. So why them for do so? And now I can't take the money. He go na other side. He dey go and take money. He say in the talk about FGM. Then he dey use the double face. But what they will go know what to go do. This why we not the left like here.
Okay.
So,
Alima, please, you one can answer that same question, eh?
Of course, you know, so obviously this is a very sensitive conversation, but let I put a disclaimer out. You know, I think somebody asked in the chat why we still dey practice FGM. So as a professional, I want for lady context and, you know, for the conversation we really get here. What is FGM? Now, FGM came before Christianity. FGM came before Islam. FGM came before Judaism. FGM na the oldest form of oppression that has been used on the body of women for control women, not just the sexuality of women there, but actually for keep women them in their place. Because if we go back, let me just use, for example, what we call modesty in all religion, Islam, Christianity, Judaism, even in pagan worship. The appearance of women having a voice has never been something where the people that they accept. So in the case of Sierra Leone, this is the thing. When you don't know your history, you don't know your identity. Sierra Leoneans, they don't take FGM as an identity, but if only they knew how that identity came about, which is why I like for use opportunity for educate Sierra Leoneans, okay? So let I give the context in which FGM started in Sierra Leone. I know when we can talk about Mami Yoko, when they talk about Mami Yoko, they groom, they prepare girl picking for married and this and that. That was not the case. That is the story most of us know about Mami Yoko. But actually what Mami Yoko was doing is waiting we go call today the modern day madam. You know, they groom the girl picking them, woman in particular, woman they will be sort of don't reach waiting they will call maturity. As long as you get breast, the way they be the measure maturity in Sierra Leone and in most part of Africa at that time, you know, was about touching the breast. Even in England, yeah, we been getting something where they call it, they still practice and but they don't stop her now. We then call sorry, waiting, I will come back to them. But in the England, yeah, Queen Madam Yoko can visit Queen Victoria because even Queen Victoria, debutante, sorry, that's it. So Queen Victoria, when I be the Queen of England at the time, been get something where then they groom aristocrats them or girl picking away commoner for middle homes then UK, Britain, for married into aristocracy, for married into gentry, for married into richness. So then they align a girl with a famous family, for example, the famous doctor, the famous landowner, or the famous farmer. So Mami Yoko, as we all know, was one of the first females in Sierra Leone to get some kind of power. And she was a very powerful woman. If I become a chief, where woman and nobody become chief. But in one of in jobs that we Sierra Leoneans they don't know about, she was a conduit, we been a fan woman there for British soldiers, right? Because any side with soldier man, are they with soldier man? So I know waiting soldier man and they do where they go now conflict or where they go for go do peace or go protect civilians out of the country, for example, Britain. So she was finding young girls then from ages, say 9, 12, 13. They were not even 16, 18-year-old. It's just history is not recorded so much that people then cannot find this history. But if you ever want to see this history, please, for them on the way in America, you can go to the National African Smithsonian Museum. You go see this information, even at the British Museum here, the National British Museum, you can find this information available. Let we teach we serve, right? Because I see somebody, they say, oh, me, I go bundo, but nothing happened to me. Sorry, we're not talking about you. We talk about a system, a structure that has been in place, that has been used for centuries for control the sexuality. Why I say sexuality? For let somebody take a young girl open the legs of the girl and say directly to that girl, we did do something, we did physically do something to you, for let you go becomes this person we will be able to appease a man. That in itself, what it is, the language and the context of the message you they tell you, girl picking for say, we want for let you be somebody, because you can't be that person there without the interference of the society. Not only is this reinforced, this is reinforced through the society, it's reinforced through religion, it's reinforced through politics. You know, politicians use this pattern when at the secret society, because that's what Madame Yoko did. The British people were using this control of what you could call molest. Waiting and not be know, today we talk about using sex as a weapon of war. Where you want control black and African women, or the bodies of women, particularly black women, oppress their men. When you oppress the men, you control the women. So when you see today, I'm so happy where wanna contact me, because one of the things where all the political leaderships in a salon agree to, now the oppression of women and using the body of women. Sierra Leone are the only country where politics, they use the bodies of women for gain votes. And this, you know, it's sad as it is, but I'm glad and I'm proud that when I invite me, even for Can Talk on this platform, because for me, what this shows is that this is the first time in my history as a 54-year-old woman to see a political group is willing to engage with people that like we. Usually nobody want to talk to we. Now we know the people that we they see bad. Where you see, they see a woman, where they say, oh, nothing not happened to. They feel bad because it's not about you, my sister. And they talk about for the innocent. Right now, the people that were with the Feds Fund are just 10% of women and girls in Sierra Leone. Because of FGM has been the precursor to the endless sexual abuse that we women in the face today, that we women don't even have a voice in the political structure that they support. So when you support FGM, it means you are given patriarchal and misogyny power for gain over you. So every decisions our women are making currently in Sierra Leone is null and void, because we they give power to man without even knowing we are doing so. For this young woman where they type say, well, me then put me, I want to just for talk for the church and the intervention that happened to the church. No, my dear. When we do that, we dismiss all the experiences of women there who, for example, the war, women that were mutilated and chopped their hand them. If I can't say, okay, me, I'm not going to war, me people that not die in a war, so I'm not going to accept it and cut people their hand. That means inadvertently, they support the oppressing of women and girls, because it not affect me, not get nothing for do with me. Let we talk about something else. It's not about you. This has been going on before you and I were born. When they talk about what we now need for do. So let me come to the thing that happened at Kenema. Because not only that, people that don't know, say I also grew up in Kenema. And the late chief, now was a friend of my father, PC Amara Vangaun, and Mami Aja Kaisamba. These were powerful people in Kenema. In the time 2015, just after the Ebola war, the Ebola crisis, as you all know, people that may die through the contamination of the virus, maybe the contaminatory people there, and infection spreading of the Ebola. So there were talks of stopping, because what in Sierra Leone and they don't know, let them go see. In fact, Sylvia Bryden been doing a documentary, challenge the American government and everybody else. The first case of case 1 of Ebola was a secret society, so a woman. Yes. We go perform healing. They go heal person in Guinea where he contract the virus. Sadly, where he come back to Sierra Leone, the entire family die, right? So Hawa Syrian will tell you, we were all in a meeting one day. So we they talk about harmful traditions. We have so many traditions in Sierra Leone. People then they find this strange where I can tell, say, for example, it's a tradition. It's not because we not get light to. It's actually a tradition for like we wash we dead. Because in Sierra Leone, the dead are revered. If you say when you die, you get more power than the way you be alive. Not to say, we don't go keep body then a free Joe. And because it satisfies the structures of politics, politicians don't want to give you light because we don't use standing. It's almost like breaking a chain of command with people there. So for example, so one day we sit down at this place in a defeat where they talk. Now I say, because me, I'm familiar with African history and I'm a sociologist. they say people, then they die quick because of the Ebola. Now say, then they die quick because, 3 days after the death of somebody we don't contract the virus is when the body is more potent in spreading the virus. And I say in a country like Sierra Leone, where they wash the bodies, it's more likely that people are catching the virus because then they wash their dead body. So the people in Difford were shocked. What do you mean? What you they talk about? And I say, no, we in Sierra Leone, we know they go because we were for perform ritual rites on the deceased before we bury them. We know they carry them go to mortuary, we know they carry them go to funeral home. Maybe some people, the Christian, well, even some Christians, them at that time during the Ebola, people were doing stuff now for themselves. Then they say, if they're washing bodies, that means they're contracting the virus. And I say, because it's part of our tradition. It's a harmful tradition. In fact, if you die in a certain area, then like the south part of Sierra Leone, where you die, outside the virus being spread like Kailaon, if you man die, they marry the brother. In fact, when they wash the dead body, then they ask the widow for cancer done at the foot of your husband for let that dirty water go na your body, for let the brother go marry you. It means say you don't get rid of the deceased or your ex-husband we don't die. So they have all these traditions. And they say, oh my God, this is why the virus is spreading. If you look now, make Salone, Ebola case was higher than all the other countries then put together, higher than Liberia, higher than Guinea, because there was a combination of we practices then. Now that make in 2015, with the help of Sylvia Blyden, she went in fact to Kenema, talk because there was a threat for get this Kendu for come out again. And Kendu in Kenema, for everybody we know, we come out Kenema, they know the time like Dobowusu, when they say they would come out, it was terror for people there. Because not only then they beat people then and they torment people then and they catch people there, we even get a way so where they go pull inside police station where they be one for put them then it run away, go inside the police station. So where they all go to the police station for go arrest this woman for take her for this is the power that people have. That sometimes women are not able to speak. For let we they speak, so it takes only the grace of God for let we continuously they educate with people there because it's not so easy. So there are 4 types of FGM. Unlike all other countries in Africa, the only country where they cut more than once where I know of na Sierra Leone, even where you die, because the society people then they go wash your body. And when they go wash your body, because we so fear the private genitalia of women and girls, because in we culture, we believe, say, this is where the power that the woman has lies. And anything we go make a woman appear forget power over man, we have to do something about it. It's an education, it's a mindset, it's an attitude. Because we know for feel say only waiting there between we leg na it make we woman. Like I mean, so because I was smart and intelligent and I know I can do most things that men do, I had to challenge that opinion that we have. That we get for go through a certain ritual for let we become wives, for let we become mothers, for let we go appease another gender when a man. What are the men doing to gain women? And if you look in Sierra Leone, that make we not be the country. I don't know if so many people will did watch documentary. We are more likely to die during childbirth because why? It's children that are giving birth in Sierra Leone. Not so long ago, just a few years ago, the maternal mortality rates have dropped because most people that way they die in a salo where they give birth now adolescent girls. We see the country declare rape as a weapon, as a case of emergency, a state of emergency. That's because the most victims of rape in the country are girls between the ages, say, 14 and 2 or 6 months old to, say, 10, 11-year-old. Then you get domestic abuse, where, again, a very high, in fact, there's the data that says Sierra Leone is the country with the least gender in terms of the role of women. Then we get again, Salona be the place where we get less women there who were in politics for talk on the issues that are affecting women. So there were many, many things going on. So it really they support the argument, which is why I gladly with APC, a platform that has the APC banner, invite me for can speak here. Because it's as sad as it is. I know we want to talk on something that is FGM. We are here today because of the errors and the mistakes that the APC got at the time in 20, whatever it was, past the secret society or the Sesay Council where we sit today, where perhaps we're the organizers of this event in Kenema. They refused for ban FGM, even though there was many opportunities. Agladi and Eskorma bring this ban at the time in 2015. Then we get in 2019. So I'm so proud of Una, the young people, them, you, Fattia, for example, being a woman and standing and say, it's about time women address this issue. As much as it's uncomfortable for us to talk about, I don't want to talk about FGM for the rest of my life. There are other issues affecting Sierra Leonean women. Our girls are less likely to go to school. Our girls are less likely, least, for finish education. We picking and they drop out at a faster rate than most girls in Africa. So in addressing FGM, we directly challenge the systems that they keep women them back, keeping girls back. If they go tell a 6-year-old and put on bundo, say they do go do FGM for them, say they go prepare you for marriage, they go prepare you for let you go be a good housewife. Whose message would they send to that Pekin at that age, where it gets so much ahead of them, where it can be a productive citizen without the interference of FGM in life? And this is what we are seeing. Because right now in Sierra Leone, yes, darling, go ahead. Sorry about
I need to cut you off, but
go on.
In that particular question where you say regarding political party na freedom, what do you feel say really they drive the fear behind them? Because like how you say, Anes was for it, banned it temporarily, thinking that would hold Mother Joseph Duncan in first of all and young wife in front of it. What is really the politician in the fear so much about FGM when they're not able to ban? If you can answer them quickly, then I can ask more questions.
I'll do my very best, because these are very deep-rooted issues. These are very embedded cultural beliefs that even we politicians believe in this. And the fear of not winning an election is what will cripple we politicians. The socio-economic status of most Sierra Leoneans, we are very poor people. If I say, I want to go stand election, I not get money, I know say if I go pay Ambalu maybe $200 or $2,000 and say, do you get out 20 people? Because with 20 votes in Africa or in country like Salon, you win election. Whereas in Europe now, the Western context and most progressive countries around the world, women and they demand other things. I've never seen with women in our country. Then they say, oh, society, we cultural, we traditional, this and that. Even the traditional leadership they gain from the oppression of women. It better for let a chief get 2 people their way he be chief than 500 people their way go challenge them. So anytime there is a growth of progress, they go use a secret society for suppress the voice of the people within those societies. It's just the dynamics of what oppression is all about. Oppression does not favor the weak. So if you're poor, uneducated, you not get a status in society, you depend on so many, we don't have a voice when you are marginalized. You don't have a voice where you not get nothing. So in a country with abject poverty, the most things that people would rely on is, hey, maybe when we Peking get married, the man will go help her. And these politicians make promises to we leaders them in the rural areas in particular. First they we are in Freetown, because Freetown was the city, but sadly after the war, there was this constant, decadence. I want to say the devoid of progress after the Civil War. Sierra Leoneans, they don't see this, but actually after the war, there was nothing happening in Sierra Leone. No education for people there. Even when you go to school, they learn better. Even when you learn better, they do anything, because the attitudes remain the same. If I remember during the APC era, President Anes Kuruma, with the help of the UN and everybody, because this was the conversations we were having in the UK, for example, that the attitude of many Sierra Leoneans is so archaic that they cannot move beyond those ideas and concepts where they drive progress and they drive development and they drive, sustained progress in society, because the people, they're not educated. And so it was in the best interest of the politicians, they not for even endorse anything we go create, therefore put money into systems and build more schools, build more hospitals, bring drinking water, electricity. See, for example, electricity. It's a fundamental right that people were denied, because it better way get, because that way the powers that will stay in control and stay in power longer, right? So now 2024, a lot has happened since. Sierra Leone has signed so many conventions around the human rights and the rights of women and girls, like the CEDAW, the Mobutu Protocol. All of these were instruments and conventions that Ernest Korma's administration signed up to. Madabio, in fact, just a follow-up. One of the big thing where he do obviously now was this bringing a legislation around the rape of girls, young girls, and removing the ban of pregnant teens. But apart from that, in terms of women's issues and addressing even the G-way, the law where they address gender equality and women empowerment, the conversation began in the government of Ernest Bai Koroma. So if we want to talk about women's rights, FGM sits at the very heart because it precipitate, it bring about so many other issues than we women in the face in Sierra Leone. If man they beat a woman, they take a broken titty, set them on fire. Now because society they show say, or institutions like the Bondo they show say, woman not get a voice. Your voice rely on the power where your man give you. Whatever your man say, now you for do. That's what the secret
society. Even saying that if somebody like a Fatima Biode interfere into Bondo I do so woman go feel say somebody so powerful, therefore I'll not get no say. So this is the whole point.
This is the sad part, and this is the sad part. But again, this is this has always been the case, and I want to send a direct message to the likes of Fatima Bio and any other where they think like that, because I've heard several interviews that way it don't make, where it don't say because in go through in a society woman, and not see why if we talk against them, right? I was raped in the Bondo Bush. If we know what's in a rape today, sexual penetration, somebody penetrating you with their fingers, that is rape. Now, that may not have been victim of child marriage. Would I say I'm not talking about child marriage because I'm not experienced child marriage? Child marriage, FGM, are synonymous. They go hand in hand. You cannot talk about FGM, you not talk about child marriage. You cannot talk about child marriage, you not talk about FGM. So I send a personal message for somebody we get a flagship where they talk about hands of our girls and the significance that the violation of our girls have had for so many years in Sierra Leone. I don't see why you want, in fact, for me, it's actually sad because somebody, they take an issue that is so, it has caused so many pain for so many people. Rather than stand on the side of justice, rather than stand on the side, Nelson Mandela said, if you want to know the state of a society, look at the way they treat their children. Every Sierra Leonean person is a child of Sierra Leone. Every Sierra Leonean, have that access to their fundamental right for degrade and dehumanize and say to somebody, you are not worth saying you are affected by abuse. For a country, me, I sitting at the Truth and Reconciliation. I was a student. I sit down and listen to women. They're not be able for even talk, say they raped them during the war. There was no word in the Sierra Leone vocabulary for women for describe what rape was. As Sidona court, the special court where the woman and they talk, they never teach their waiting for say because they were so embarrassed for saying they victimized me. Because the rule at that time was that women cannot talk about their abuse, women cannot talk about their oppression because it go against the society, it go against the community, it go against your very strong belief of who you are as a person. Not a white man get for tell a woman and say they raped them during the war. White man no need for tell me say me I'm a survivor of FGM. In fact, if Sierra Leone do not know this, in 2004, the likes of me, I was at the UN with the First Lady of Nigeria, Stella Obasanjo, introduced what they call zero tolerance to FGM. That was the first time in 2004, the UN, because she was appalled, even though Naoma itself been getting Tiwina around beautification, and unfortunately she died as a result of a harm that was done to her because if you do something, because that's what the society say, the sexualization of women and depicting as women as we're object. Unfortunately, she's a testament of that narrative the way we talk about so. But she was appalled that there were so many African leaders in that conference that day. None of them, because of this attachment to cultures and tradition, they could not speak on an issue so needed. Wait, man, they talk of the Bosnian conflict. This one talk of the this, that. But we African leaders then could not talk. So it gathered all the first ladies them of Africa. Now that make, Zero Tolerance Day, the 6th of February every year, was a day marked by African women there. The Stella Obasanjo look, we all inside that conference room there and say, Africa woman there. If we not talk, who that go talk for we? If we not stand up, even when you die, let your voice speak. Because if Africa woman, they go always challenge you, then go always condemn you when you talk about the peace and restoration and healing of other African women there. Because that's how our cultures, they don't depict we as enemies against each other. The way African women talk, now other women then will come for attack. The feminist movement, you see how it move faster in the West with white women than how we move in Africa? Because again, it's the story of enslaved mindset. FGM was used as a weapon of war from the days of the Bible, of the days of Islam, to the point of slavery. In America, for those that know slavery history, how they mutilate women there in front, because when you want to destroy a nation, which is what misogyny and patriarchy is about, subjecting a population or an entity to almost bottom of the pile, if I use that word, because I can't think of the Creole word I will use for define what they try for say. So slave owners then in the Americas, right, would mutilate women, not only mutilate them, then go rape them, right, in front of the man them, for show the man then say the wait man, they show the black man say, or the African, because we know it was African slaves that were brought to America, for say, I have power over you, I have dominion over you, you cannot say anything. You take it further, for those of us who do history in our school, there was a Khoi woman called the Venus or Sarah Batman, a South African woman who was captured, from South Africa, because it gets small neck, it get big waist. If you see in shape where it did, then bring and come to Holland, then put them amongst animals in a zoo, because then say in body big, in waist big, in neck small, it feel like a strange creature. Because they're not ever, we know what they say coupe, what they say coupe to the woman and they wear coupe. When I know it make a granny and they wear coupe, because the story was that the one woman they look like Sarah Batman wear coupe, the Victorian women they wear coupe, but Sarah Batman they take stick, then they chuck her inside in private areas. Then they lift him, Bobby man and they can and they touch her like say she was like even animals were treated better than her. That even in death, then keep him as a slave, that in people then demand for let them send in body, go back na South Africa, return in bed in dead body. Then you come further, for their nurses, their midwives, the way they are today, the father of gynecologist, Dr. Sims in America. He believes say black woman and body they feel pain, just as we did today. And then they give you no anesthetic when they put you in a bondo, because they believe say you get for subject yourself through pain for let you be a woman. Why must we bear pain to be a woman? Nobody born pick himself for be a woman. So these are degrading discrimination, practice system that we they ask the government. There is no devoidance of the state in its responsibility for protect we rights. FGM has been declared, and Sierra Leone is a party to some of those signatories around the world. It's been banned. Even the people that were there in England and they talk to them, the way they talk right now on Facebook. For anyone we post on Facebook, for example, say, I will do this, I will cut me, PK, I support FGM. You're actually committing a crime in the UK.
Yes.
You're actually committing a crime for say I support FGM in 2014. Sierra and Hawa, we were also particularly Sierra Leone activists then. Now we work with the government of the United Kingdom for past the Serious Crime Act of 2015, and we make her very specific, because at that time Sierra Leone was one of the country where then be faced a devoid of responsibility towards we the woman there and we gal picking them. And this assumption was that, and the sad thing that then they come back, they claim asylum using FGM, but then they support FGM. So we make this very clear. Now that make the full state law, get no order, even when there's no law for rape for let you report rape, but you are mandated to report FGM. Reason being, because the midwives them in the work na NHS, health visitor when as Sierra Leoneans they were working in this field, maybe they support people then for go do this thing. So we say to the government, if you don't institute a statute where they prevent professionals then for condoning an act of violence, because FGM is violent. Weon Salon one is violence. Unlike other countries in Africa, Weon is synonymous with violence. You get for bring them to book. Now that make there's 4 statutes we bring into being in 2015. One, you parent cannot say, oh, I not be no, we'll go salon and my sister, brother, and picking chickens yesterday, and I mean can go trade. No, you know where you picking, because we they teach families and for say the responsibility of your child is yours. You have a fundamental responsibility to protect and safeguard your picking. Then we get the other one when a mandated duty for professionals for actually report. If you don't work na a profession where you na is a teacher, a nurse, you get for report. Then we bring reporting. When you travel, you go salon, you say, okay, I don't go do an a salon, but na England me day and a salon passport again. No. Because the act of FGM, the crime, is not about you being an adult woman, a small pikin. No. Now the act itself, for when they take a knife and remove the genitalia, na the abuse. Whether you're an adult or whether you're a child or not, we did look at the act. In other parts of the world, not different thing. So all the legislation are there in place. So we they talk to we country as Sierra Leone for say they are not devoid of their responsibility. They don't sign so many agreements. We don't need a specific law as such. In fact, we Child Rights Act with Anescoma passed in 2007 is sufficient for address the issue of FGM because it talk about any degrading practice against a child is a crime. You understand? So yeah,
Okay.
sorry, I gotta give you
Okay, no, thank you so much. Honestly, Alimatu, you like I said, you Auntie Awase, yeah, and I don't know so much for bring FGM to most Sierra Leonean. Like I say earlier on, the take home message is now for let this message reach the layperson at the village say there are FGM, there's nothing positive about cotton. I particularly use the word cotton. There's nothing beneficial about cotton. Auntie, about this question are for you. The word mutilation. Most people normally we affiliate that particular term to FGM. For example, the in the Gambia, like say young friends Yaya Jane, FGM we don't ban at the Gambia, but now you go so MP the way we facing and learn an individual, but yet still they're not. So then they try for bring back that FGM into play in the Gambia. I think people in the exist and I hope and I would love to join that cause anyway, whether I'm not Gambian or not, but first and foremost, I'm a female. And
you are invited.
You understand? So what do you feel? Because they normally use the word mutilation, but as far as I know, it's a mutilation. Because they can Alimatu don't say there are 4 types of FGM. You get the first one where because I thought the first one was the common one in Sierra Leone where your clitoris is just removed. Well, obviously, according to Syrian, it's probably not even a number because I thought the 3rd and the 4th or so will probably, we can reference that to the southern part of Africa, but it seems like they Sierra Leone will seem to be practicing all 4. I don't want to go through them because they're very graphic.
Yeah, things,
Of the cutting, but what's in the term mutilation? Because people, particularly that MP, they say we not for use the term because Islam say this, Islam says that. We forbid and come back. It's not mutilation. That particular term, the mutilation.
Yeah. The term mutilation, like
why we not for use them?
Why we not for use? We for use them because no anesthetic. You de lay down jaran, then take the blade or knife. The cut like I de slaughter cow. So it's mutilation. Now we see don't we change the name because when they say female circumcision, people then say, oh, they smile. Now we say we've been mutilated. The name for carry on. What thing will they talk somebody been the give comments, have been they read the comments. Say Wusa will left Sidon, wo then go give Wuda by Fatima Bio 21 million. Then he use FGM as what? The people that will give and the money, let them go ask them. Somebody back talk say rape. Rape, Fatima Bio come with rape and child married. You no go marry somebody where you no mutilate am. You no go marry somebody where you no go through the violence, the rape. Because if I no allow you for touch me a private side, na rape you rape me. Then they no go marry somebody who saying they go on a salon who say, this na burka. No go ever marry burka. If he done they all with they talk that one day, say the person will write say Wusa will left Sidon Fatima Bio take 21,000 or whatsoever. What if he share to we or what? We don't care for if he share or no share. The people then will give the thing we go do na Kenima and he been the under down play with where can at the west, he put nice faces for say I they work with the Sierra Leone community, I they work with FGM, but at the back when he stepping foot in a salon, because we salon woman then we like new people then. We like new people there. We like follow. Like the one that all will be there be Fatima Bio. Now that Kenima. I know they all face. I zoom man. I see them all face. The lower Alima they talk for say, well, we will be part and parcel of this country for sign. Fatima Bio na British citizen. And the battle also in West back na British citizen. The baby for a man named Keller, Adi Keller, na social worker, na British citizen. So they all will meet na that Kenima. Put them bondo day and told Kindui. Because the religious leaders then, yes, then are religious leaders. Me, I be a pastor. I they take me book, I go na me church. I don't know how themselves don't put themselves down under this lady. But we on side, the one that all want a British citizen, they know the law. If Fattia like you sit on so, if you know say, I dey go put bondo, you say, Auntie Awala give 5 pounds. You know what you don't commit? Heading at the bedroom. Yes.
Yeah.
So that all way they under, would they fight them all? Bring them come back to the British, the one the way they give the Fatima Bio money, let them know say, then they give this woman money, if they go halaki will girl picking there. Rape happen. The son they wouldn't do that kindu thing na Kenima. Kailang 12-year-old girl. Kadia to Sanko, 5 old man they rape him and then kill him. What in a Fatima Bio in your take? What in a the government in your take? In the talk about rape, answer for our girls, answer for our girls. How many rapes don't happen at Salo? Whoa, young girls then they die. Whoa, they come into her. But in followers then, we will see what thing God they do for we. But at this time, Sierra Leone and we no believe say we say in don't born 30 picking, 20 picking, FGM no do nothing. So bless that person day. Let him sit down with him blessing. Now him make we Sierra Leone woman they will not get mouth. Will not get mouth for do nothing. Now Sierra Leone would they no more behind the follow demanding. Yes. But at this time, whoever get for put two foot down, either you na party A, you na party power, we all get for put two foot down.
Okay.
And talk to political people then. Let them see to we strain. Let them see because Salon signed to Boku Treaty as Alima they say. Then nobody ma put to protocol. Then nobody Istanbul Convention. Then know the Children's Act. Then sign to that all. Then why then they do so?
So like how like I know Chief Antiawa, but like waiting Alima say, I don't ask her this question before. Politics, and this bondo business here. Politics though that sometimes the fear whether we politician they get like I said why I asked Alima that question. They say, oh, if I not endorse this bondo or I not go round and business, I not go win because then so many people yeah, it's a big thing, a big business na Freetown. Because then again you see as in a society where it's a business as well. Because for people then they can go and picking for initiator, you have to pay. So in a business, so the politician in the see in that sense say, oh, then they're afraid, basically. Then they're scared for this. But me,
Okay.
like I say, now, okay, go ahead. Like you few minutes.
In that, with the Sowetan, we all don't work with Sowetan. We sit down with them. Like I mean, I they work na the east part of Freetown. I they work na Bombali. I they work na Falaba. I they work na Koinadugu. We don't sit down with them. Nothing. We don't sit down with them round table or under the mangrove tree or under the big tree. We sit down. We talk to them. What thing we not want? Like some they say they want microcredits. We give them microcredits and they go with and they know they bring the money. So yes, we know they run out of them. Some they say they want farming. Would they give them seeds for let them left for court? Okay, this court in Yawo na they do this bondo. Na they feed me family, na they feed me pikin. Okay, la will do something where you go they turn. You have to feed the pikin. This thing where they do so, they degrade people picking there. People picking then they die. But some then they don't hold their hand, all the tremble. Now then they go and kill them picking there. So new one they then they recruit there. Now then they go and kill them people there. If the government sit down and call like Opa Anes been do during the Ebola, if we been stick to that law day, oh, him been say, wo picking 18 years. I go 18 years, I can't enough before me for say can't put me bondo. If I kick you.
But Auntie Awa, let ask Alima this question. If we still get Alima, because I know Alima get for go. When we look at the figure then Alima, now Africa now we get the highest.
Well,
you know, I don't know almost obviously I don't know if we now get figure in top of my head. Well, because it's about 144 million in Africa alone. Now about 230 so far, about 144 million in Africa in particular. If we say this bondo business now African thing, because now make people need to show emphasis, people no want push for and do it, man, they no want push for and for like stop. If you say because they say African thing, or like how some people they relate to religion, say, oh, in Islam and Christianity, say Papa for put bondo, the woman no go this and that and that and that. You feel say an African thing make we're not able for we're not
not to African thing before now this country. Like what them in the sea, what would they go born with picking and then they see, then they afraid. Say this. What it camp and can, what people then begin suffer. Now we open, we mouth talk. So then self-embrace, it be the one of them all. Because the kind of antibiotic me they take, then they reduce the money.
Yeah.
And yes, yes, because not to that small antibiotic. The heavy antibiotic. If I saw him in medicine box.
You just said box.
Yeah, yes. So to answer to your question, a really good question. But I just want for touch for some of the questions because I like for left the audience.
Yeah, no, it's good. Yeah, and
a response to the question. So I will take somebody they ask na the commentary. Why we they talk about women and not talk about men? Okay, I mean we go love for talk about men, but this is the problem where you get oppressive, patriarchal systems, and especially in countries like Sierra Leone. There is never an opportunity where women will talk about what is important for women without men coming into the space and trying to take away that little moment where we get for talk about what women they want. First of all, male circumcision and female circumcision. In fact, circumcision is not the word I want for use when I talk about FGM. You know the circumcised woman, because the meaning of circumcision now for peel the foreskin. We not get organ where you peel. If you try for peel the parts the way they cut per woman, like if I use an analogy for people that for understand, take a banana for example, where we all they eat. the way they represent the male circumcision, right? Where you peel the banana, and you still get the entire fruit inside the peel. Where you pull the kanda, you go still eat the one whole banana, you satisfy, you're happy, say you don't eat banana without eating the skin, right? But if you take, for example, now, you say, okay, I want to eat monkey apple, we're similar to small, we get the same texture like banana. You try for peel monkey apple. By the time we done for peel the monkey apple, it don't done. Because in actual fact, if we Sierra Leone, unlike other countries them in Africa, the way we they do FGM, where people they know about one for talk about it, just to talk now. So we need to talk about, now the Bondo society, there are over 100 elements the way they do for let you come out na Bondo bush. Now, one of the elements we they talk about, we're not even talk. If we say one talk about all the bad way they happen at Bondo bush, we go there all day. Now, just one of the elements where they say we no need for do that because it not serve no purpose. First of all, the organ where you they cut, it not sick, it not get disease, it healthy. And the woman they need that part there. Medical facts don't show we say the labia when the lips the way woman and get the genitalia has a purpose where they play. The actual clitoris, we just talk clitoris. There are more where you look, for example, where they work on the stabbing like you London, for example, where somebody go for go cut, and I don't want to scare people then, but I want to be very sincere and brutally frank with people then. You hand a slip where you touch blood, even where they cut beef, they see sometimes in the oil pan the beef, they make you hand a slide up and down. For some of we, hands then slide. If we show waiting they don't do to we, you not go believe say we are human beings. You might as well call we animals. Now that make you see in the UK the terminology and why we they use mutilation. Now for actually because a lot of we in 2004 where we passed the law in the UK for let the terminology reflect the experiences of women, we choose the word mutilation. Because there are countries, for example, I get it 4 types of FGM for the one that we don't know. Type 1, when are the very common one we see now West Africa 1 and 2. Type 1 are the cut of the clitoris, right? When at the hood of the clitoris, they just go pull the head. Now that make the well the bundo debu head. That head then a representation say they don't cut the clitoris, make you see they don't not to cut neko. Now the clitoral hood, 9 and they show so when they cut. Then you get the lips they win an excision. Some country that there's some community that, like if you come on, for example, Koinadugu, Magorka, everybody they do you differently. Then they go cut the when I go look Syrian get a video, then there's a way do it very educational. Let people then go, let people then learn. This lack of education where people then know they learn as alone and no one open their understanding, no one get open mind, then just fixated by a tradition and a culture. We're not actually the benefit we. All it does, yes, some people then go say I dance at this or that. But no, for me, that's not my tradition. My tradition is the power that Sierra Leoneans they don't invoke na the world today where we did so. So excision when I for pull the lips them of the genitalia. Type 3 where you go fem and then crank or then fuller then madinga then some go do wait because then believe say you don't forget sex before marriage. Then you still they do the type 1. Then they do the type 2, then they bring the candle together, then so and they left just small hole. When I get a big community where they do them, but they still they do them. Then you get type 4, when are the countries that like Uganda, Rwanda, Congo, then they cut to, then they pull. Like Westerners, then they go inject, they say, I don't want sweat down below, they go do this, or they go do that. That in a type 4. So we get all that type then as salon. All then type then there, and on top of that, they cut more than 1 times. And on top of that, even when you die, then they go cut. So something they wonder say the amount of pain and suffering where people then get for endure for them, then say they don't go through a society. It makes you question a lot. So when man then can talk about it because it is satisfy the ego of men when women, especially with black man them, African man, and then they enjoy the pleasure or then they get pleasure from the suffering of black women. This has been in historical records. You see the way the rape happiness alone. You wonder yourself how somebody go take a 6-month-old picking rape him. How you go rape a child when a 12-year-old by 5-10 gang rape. All that country the way you see women and not get a voice when you see we say FGM very prevalent, women and not get no position in society. They go try. We see a politician there. We need to do better and more progressive in terms of the kind of country we all come out. Since 1960, we have not had a single female from Sierra Leone where go say it don't take power in the greatest places in the world. Because they don't believe say woman can get that power there without going through the you cannot be a female MP without going through the Bondo society. That in itself is why we politicians then they use this, because it's a way again for control woman them. You know, we can do better as a society. Let we educate ourselves and do research beyond we common space the way we did, and try for land for ourselves. Like somebody they talk say, if I for let you did a modern society and you did on a global platform like Facebook, as a black person with the racism and all the thing the way we suffer on the wall, they actually take you, they type your words and say, we they talk because with man and they pay we. I mean, me, I can always say with all certainty and guarantee, because I don't then a place there where they see, then they pay with politicians and for can do common training naya, where we school picking and they do not school naya. Me, nobody need to pay me for speak about FGM. For let a black African person go car on Facebook say, now because Westerners, they don't pay. That's an insult on the history of Africans and the slavery of women.
Halima, the post refer them back to the first lady. Because
no, I don't even want
to
do that. Because I don't
let
want
the person go ask the first lady. Because
me don't want to
collect
personalize this. Me don't want, because this is
a problem. Me
that
a professional. We all get we own professional jobs. The way they do. Me a qualified social worker, child protection.
I don't even want to personalize this because
they get yes. So let go ask Fatima Bio. Now then,
I don't want us to do that.
How many one lady, one woman, because of politics, during the which election, na Kailaun, how many man they rape them? What if
one of the poorest countries that they pay tax when they go to Sierra Leone?
Satalamin, they rape them, then they rape them. What if Fatima Bio talk? Instead,
I want really answer this.
They say they lie and say rape. Then go keep down in a pademba, say in life wando, nine then smoke and pull them. So let them take politics out of this if they want woman.
Well, this is why
if they want, let them help woman then. Let this FGM, the violence too bokupa woman then as salon.
No, well, this is why. This is why I want to challenge.
I want like Alimatu 1 minute late answer that question again. Yes. Go ahead, Alimatu.
Yeah, I want to challenge everybody when they watch this program, because for me, it's not about these individuals anymore, because after them, another person will come and be power in Sierra Leone. This is beyond this. This is a bigger problem. It's a global problem. It's not a Sierra Leonean problem. So I don't want for personalizer for maker, because at the end of the day, for whoever they ask, say Westerners, then they pay where they try for fight for the rights of women and girls. It just shows the mentality of such people, because they don't value themselves. Me, I value myself. I hold a great pride in who I don't be, because I don't become a person where they add value to the wider society, where they enrich lives. And really, I actually want to say, I stand on the highest pedestal for say, for let you say freedom. Today, if Sierra Leoneans enjoy the freedom of the Civil War, it was a group of we as activists them, where the Salon War be happening in Sierra Leone. We go to home office and say, we country there in a really terrible situation where they chop arms and legs of girl picking there, and boys are being recruited into the war. Then they suffer and they rape with people. Then in January 6, when January 6 happened, I was at the Home Office. They meet the Home Secretary for let them recognize the refugees them of Sierra Leone. So for me, no Westerner they pay me, and it's an insult. And I really want to tell that person, say, where you write that kind of language then they, where you lay down today now you pillow, ask yourself, would they enjoy the pain of a fellow human being, me or you? Because I know they take pride and joy for seeing how salon they go, the way they go. So where every single day we they get reports of rape, we they get reports of missing girls, we people that they suffer right now. We don't campaign for get girls them in Kuwait, in Oman for let them return them. Do you take satisfaction in knowing say somebody go talk for free? If una president they pay billions and billions for fly plane for going a meeting when they bring no joy for you people. Listen, give me $1 million, I will fight for the rights of Sierra Leoneans any day. So please let me correct myself. I know say una tie ourselves in this culture and tradition, but educate yourself, because it's an insult to the knowledge and the power that Africans they don't put na the wall for let we they fight today for the rights of we people there. It doesn't, if you get for ask yourself, you the write on Facebook, when a Western tool for communication, you the write say, yourself don't Western, they don't pay you for let you write with you, the right, because I go feel like as a politician don't pay you, so when they don't pay you, wait till you go take, they say, what will it gain a man if they lose their soul? Knowledge is power. Let we use knowledge. Go to Google, learn for yourself, read articles, take a medical journal, go to hospital, go to the NHS, because of the work of Syrian, myself, and other activists in England, under the NHS now, a woman we go to NHS, you are asked this question: have you been subjected to a procedure down below? Which simply means, have you been subjected to FGM?
Yes.
And when you say yes, then they talk to you, then go send you to a community group. Like yesterday, Syrian had a massive activity in a Peckham for let them talk about health. We're not a doctor there, we're not a nurse them all. But through this FGM, we're not able to empower the community, because we know, for example, when you get FGM, you're more likely for contract something like HIV. You're more likely, which is why Sierra Leone currently has the highest number of women affected with hepatitis, where they cause liver disease. We know, say, when you get FGM, you're more likely to suffer a what they call post-traumatic stress disorder, when a form of mental illness, where go make you go gain weight, so you will be obese, you will get diabetes, for example. For let go talk, if you get diabetes, you get FGM, it means say you know they heal. If you get sickle cell, you get diabetes. It means say you precious blood where you need in your body for maintain your cell and healthy body is affected, because you go bleed. Now that make people then they die in a bondo bush will not know waiting in the die off.
Some get
So let me educate.
hemophilia.
Knowledge is power. Let people then go back and say, no, look at these activists because of waiting in the talk of, because for we actually will not give rats ears anymore. For people go talk till the sun come out, because at the end of the day, the people that were the fed for, I know fed for the salon, like how the fed self, even for me picking there. Me picking, I don't get grand picking. I get second one I road. No way or say for we it don't end. We don't and better now with family. But I feel sorry, because inside this society, this few months ago, several picking the entire Syrian organization keep the knife, lose the knife, keep the drums, discover 2 picking and dying Cambia from FGM. And when they died, the people that left the picking, these were teenagers, sad as it is, where we picking a need for going to school. We in the country, if you look today, we they work with young people then from around the world. Sometimes when I go to the international conference, you see young people working on STEM, science, technology, engineering, and maths. Our children are not there.
Never see them.
But if I go to the Libya desert now, I go find with young people then there.
And die
Who does it benefit?
It benefit no one. Auntie Hawa, just a quick question to you. Because the new this now for let we appeal to the younger boys them and the younger men them, particularly Sierra Leone when they come up. Because to me understanding, they get few studies say even now some of them young guys here, then they reject woman they go bundo. So are you feel say, because obviously like Alimatu say, and we get 4 type of genetic and mutilation, female mutilation. Then they cut this, cut that, cut you vagina, lips on a labia, cut your clitoris, stitch you down, block hair. So where if you go meet a younger person, open-minded individual, notice say, oh, this is what, for example, Fattia possess. I don't want her. So this alone is a downer for most of the girls. Then say younger men these days don't want these girls because they've been subjected to so much mutilation. Therefore, waiting and they go get panisuma, enjoy as sexually. Obviously, this not it don't pass watershed moment, I guess. In other day. So therefore, then they reject someone. Are you feasible forget this message to be mama and papa then say you doing this, hoping say somebody go marry your child, but actually it's the other way around, because when them young guys there find the woman mutilated to such a degree, they're not getting no appetite, they're not interested. So are you feasible we go reach 10 people and in at these villages, one that you say, yeah, Alima, for able for educate the woman, say actually it's the opposite you're doing because your daughters have been rejected.
Well, like for me, the Hawa Trust, if I reflect when the late Khadija died, Khadija Sako.
Yes.
So I form a group, a young boy that are saying, young boy then wo dey against female genital mutilation. I get a group. Wo even na Unimac. Then they meet young girls and say, hey, if you then put him on, I no go marry you, I no go want him for girlfriend. Oh. I get a group na McKinney, Unimac, and ABK University. So them boys then they, Alima know some of them. Then small young boys then they, now then they disseminate the to
Information. Yeah.
down the villages. The villages now, because of thin tight, like me, it say I no go salon because one or two things. I no want go bump into person. We go tell me something. I no go answer her. So time being they will want take and further like for go na them big town village like the chiefdoms take and the chiefdoms then the sub session area, but Mio for lead and not the boy. The boys then they do am. If we all come together, we will create a group like the group me create like young boys then where they talk say una not allow let them put on a bondo if them put on a bondo we not go married una. If we look into that angle they back, maybe that will help. But the main thing will go help if the law come out say, hey, Sierra Leone, we don't practice this thing from since the time where them found Sierra Leone. So we they see we young picking then they die, problems and they day. Like Alima Church into one side say so they get bleeding till then die. Yes, like some picking they in a sickle cell patient. So now he get hemophilia. So the so way they not go understand. Although if we explain to them, they know they take after where you don't come and say, let it go. Then can put ball. If the government, me, now the government, if the government pass the law, nobody no go jump into. If the
But how we
government
do the police that law day anti-hour? It's not easier for police that law day. Where we people and so thick-minded thinking if I cut me picking in labia, in vagina, and this and that, somebody else go. How we
well
go able for police that
the
not
Gambia
easy.
do am. The Gambia do am. Wo yaya jame pass the law. Wo this one can that imam in one can overturn am. So we not agree because Gambia pass the law. Then other country again pass. Look, Kenya, the president come on talk. What in at this now, Nasalo? What in at this big problem between them two parties there? Yeah. What in at the two big problem? We all get to party then what would they support? But let them look into campaign. We know they get tongue silly. But because they suffer what people there. So they call you. You know, make I tell you something, Fatty. You see, African woman there, especially Sierra Leone. Wo you with your boyfriend or your husband they get phone. You don't hot the light. It's happy what you do. Because they no one see, you don't want that your boyfriend or what is a fly see the damage we get. So they get keloid. Before you can, they take the keloid, throw it over. It's a bit of proud flesh.
Yeah, clear
Yeah.
skin. Yeah.
Would not they do mommy and daddy what is on the light? That's one of the factors. I know Alima know because we they inside. What people then they can't so we would they take them go hospital for let them go pull that keloid there. Why?
Like how it really quite sad actually saying so because like I don't say before and I stick to it and I'll stand by it forever and ever. FGM it bring no benefit. There's no positive about FGM today, tomorrow, next tomorrow, in my next life after. There's no positive. And nobody no religion at the wall go tell me that I accept them regardless. I know they do and safe. Even me,
Catholic,
I never even accept her because people tend to use religion. Like how we talk, religion is a big, big thing to us. It's a guidance, but people take religion for put the fear of God into you. Oh, the Bible say, the Quran say, the Torah say, the Hindu.
You know, right? No Quran.
People use,
but
people
hadith,
use,
the
people
hadith
use
what then they talk for say Sunnah. Now
God.
weak hadith. We don't see. We go Senegal. Alima, are you there? We go Senegal.
People
The
use
big
all this good
fatwa.
news book for persuade woman for saying so the Bible say, the Torah said so.
No, we go Senegal. How many times we go Senegal pan conference? The head. So then come out in Morocco. So then, you know then I know hadith. What they say the Quran right time, it then the Quran. That person pull a chapter about the Quran. Now weak hadith, what then says Sunnah. Now weak hadith, you know, they no say. Even Naya, why they walk Naya, why get me events there. Imam, they invite Imam, that they invite pastors in. Then they say no, you know, then I no say. Salon, what they one hole into one rotten thing. Then they bring all this, then law. Who side then left Sidon? With all the voting self, the pastor, the imam, the Fatima Biogo put bondo under the eye. Huh? Then block them not for go pray. Why they not go talk about that? Put them here because na behind her.
Fatima, man get gone.
A man get gone. A man get gone. Well, soon the gun back to go fall around.
Unjustly.
Yes, soon the gun go fall around because he can't for come can't rule people there. You can't put gun behind there. Like you them be they put gun behind you. You can't pack fear on people there. But now for that they will not they go. Because now in West the way we your name inside yonder, in a form a problem, they can't kill you in a place. So why should I go?
I know.
I just rotten system again as alone. Now big rotten system. People that know they talk because this money. Look what kind Jamawa come out behind that lady. Yesterday, even day before yesterday, it happened in Gambia. I'm a Gambian. Why can't Nasalo can fool the Sierra Leone and the followers? They can't fool them. Now they it's in up one voting say one award. Fatu voting say Fat network. I'm a proud Gambian. Then they see with Sierra Leone and they will half baked na their head. Then even the educated one, then they run behind, they dance behind. 24 hours all in Juju na yan. Okay. Show people there.
That's what she was directed to. Alima, this is just a thing for Una. You say yan like we know say yan if na hard work we can FGM. She dedicated all her time in making sure. Like I say, I saw a thing. I referred to one earlier when I saw an article where it tried for like you say now that village for letting cancel. I think it was. I hope it's still the case. Una fise una 3 or una 4, una 5, una them formidable woman that way they fight against FGM. Obviously, some of you that will get for initiate me in particular. I'm into it. Una try for initiate me into this group or the form. Forget like a slogan, a big campaign to say no clitoris, no marriage. Would something like that, in as much as it's so graphic, it's so thing, you think that might work for let me home this into younger individual if you don't get clitoris, no marriage?
Yeah, we can try that again.
A simple message, clitoris. Yes,
a single message. Marriage. We don't use maybe down there will work. We don't use Boku slogan. Like me, working go salon. Because FGM, as he say, it bring HIV. It happens in my family. One child infects all the other ones. One knife. The one that will see the way they talk them, bump talk there. Let them open their ear. Let them write. One knife. One blade. Affects me picking there.
Because now open wound.
It affects me siblings then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Open wound.
I know. So for me, I want us let we come back home to the conversation we bring with Naya, which you program say is the secret society eroding the rights of women and girls through the practice of FGM. So I want to take this great opportunity for really thank Fattia, thank you, Una researcher and the man behind the scene, Mo and OrWanKasu, because this is the first for me. This is actually moving. This is not the first time I don't see an actual political group willing for listen. And though we talk in a combatant way in this program, this is because we have waited for so long. The rights of we Salo Uman and Galpike don't go through so much pain. For we know history, we don't know how much people that don't suffer. For we go come on a country where there is no health system for help, where you get complications with your health. For no electricity, let's say a woman now they give birth, she needs to go into the high center for let them go even read the pregnancy and heartbeat. We don't have electricity. We not get clean drinking water in our schools. Schools they not get even running water for what's picking and for wash their hand or clean themselves when they pandemic period. Then they even give we picking and food in our school. So for me, when I look at those things and I see that a people of 8 million people are holding on to something that keeps them always back. Now they bring no progress. And there's no purpose for which we they do them practice yet. And they ask myself, what is it that they devoid we mind and we attitudes to waiting? We all constantly they remind we people that say this is something that's degrading. It's dehumanizing. They decrease the life chances of we women and girls. We want a society where our women then they thrive, then they live a successful life, where nothing for happen to them, because we already get them the obstacles here in the life of most of we women. The statistic they show say every woman at Sierra Leone, currently Sierra Leone women in Sierra Leone, not only we don't left the country, but all Salo women at this point in time are 1 out of 4 will become a victim of violence, domestic abuse, sexual violence, sexual harassment, sexual intimidation, molestation. When I say molestation, child molest. Picking they now right now as we talk so when they molest now a home. Men picking they when they treat so abhorrently. We women and they languish in a prison for common offense when they no need for pay bail, but we've got a need for pay bail, then they lock them up, policeman go rape them. For me, those are the thoughts I have right now. And I they challenge the authorities, the leadership, and everybody, where they listen to we. How long more do we have to go as a country where we stand by and watch these oppressive behaviors and practices they continue? If this is what we want, then a lot of we'd already for turn way back. Because for me, honestly, I don't have a future anymore in Sierra Leone. Me home now in the UK.
We won't let you
No, I have not, because again, for let we go see generator, people then they die, no generator, then in a hospital. Instead of we raise we voices there for that kind of thing, see how most people then they talk about FGM. Instead of talking about these things that are so important for me. But we don't need this anymore. What we need as a progressive country is that no woman or child, because most times a child and they die, they give birth, for go under such kind practice in the name of a culture that has brought us nothing. The same product of enslaved mind and attitudes now we they inflict again to 2024 in this century we did so. I refuse to be part of a society where they hold on to these traditions that now they bring any kind of help now with society. We they talk of a fast-moving pace right now, where we they talk even on AI technology, the advancement of the highest level of people. Where we go sit down now, woman they go sit down in a salon, for example, go na cash machine, take money. Instead, one go get $300 the cutters, then they charge for subject. In fact, then they bully, then they butcher we they pay them back. There will people that they pay them back for the suffer where we they suffer. I cannot understand that concept there at all. So it's a plea. I'm actually the plea, because for me, you ask a question, and a very important one at that, say, waiting the need for do now without legislation, because yes, Boku country, even the UK where we get law now, they still they do FGM. When I see a Kenya woman take a niece and go Kenya, it go subject to FGM, they don't sentence until 14 years. This na inside England, yeah, Down the road, Usade, a Ugandan woman taking 2-year-old Piki, subjected to FGM, a day in jail. Two parents, the Nigerian father and mother, take them picking an island, they subject their 2 girl picking to FGM. So people that they do it, regardless of the law, but within the law they do, it shows say the government of the day has a moral duty for protect its citizens. You know, when we take Anes Kroma go court, because it was not the country now, Anes Kroma we take where it banned pregnant teenagers there. You know, as hard as it was to look in the eyes of the government and say, when a ban school picking away, they be raped them during Ebola, we'll not sentence, we'll not jail the man they way raped them. Instead, we penalize the picking there, where we conscience. So the country has to take some responsibility. Like what happened so now, Kenema, 2015, because there was a similar incident where they go and beat people there, attack people, then the chief and they come out and say, no, these people, this ban here, with the ban them because then people would be ready for come on, you know, they do business, woman, then they go and do nothing, they happy. That they deprive the people them of their livelihood in a country where they live on less than $1 a day. If I not go sell, most people there, if you not go sell, you know, they even say for cook the meal for the day because you're not going to market. And then the region that they don't go through so much. Kenema was one of the most progressive cities there where maybe they grew up in the 90s. Right now, where you go to Kenema, it's like they've lost everything. So we cannot do things the way they bring poverty and they enforce this stagnancy with people there in a country where right now for a bag of rice they cost how much? Then you go take $300 and that small money they way you get way for pay for you picking them for go school. You go give somebody when they invest back in the community instead and they keep onto themselves. This is we they pawn the bodies of we picking them. We they pawn the bodies of our women. You know, so let us do better.
Thank you so much. My coordinator get one important question for Askuna. I go just bring me coordinator like I ask Una. We need a man in this business. Go ahead, please, coordinator.
Well, Una they see me?
Yes, we see you. We see you like an AI.
I see you.
All right.
You're looking like an alien. Yeah,
all
go
right.
ahead.
Thank you very much. Not a question as such I want for ask. I just want to make my own little contribution in this discussion we don't get in the past 2 hours almost. I want to first of all tell you, Fattia, thanks for hosting the 2 gallant lady them, Antiawa Dabo Sesay, and of course Alima. Una don't actually go down in record as the people them we don't champion this cause for fight against FGM, Sierra Leone in particular. This platform recognize the work we don't do so far, and this platform also believes say now a very, very big fight, a very challenging one, but we don't do a lot. And being that we don't start now for host Tuna in this particular discussion, we want for tell Una say we go open the space and make the platform affordable to Una, you know, make Una self go come back on a regular basis for they can talk about this particular issue. Not a one way, now a very simple thing for do. Now a very, very complex, very dynamic topic for discourse. And it attach also with emotions, very serious emotions. And I think we, for approach them, you know, we get to be very, very careful with them, who they approach them. And I also want to believe, say, with education, just like we all agree, with education, if we continue to educate people them as to how this thing they happen, it will be fine. Because now a culture we embedded in the Sierra Leone heritage or culture, embedded for I go say centuries. For make you say you ban them or eradicate them, it's almost impossible practically for do. But however, there's a way we can go about for reduce them drastically, for make people aware and know for say this not way not good for we and not the practice we not just a cultural thing we not get no benefit. it's all down to the education and government, families, mama, papa, brother, sister, and professionals, organizations. They all for day inside this, fight. But I want to commend Una because you guys have gone down as champions of this cause, and the platform will make them available for her, for make we come, we can debate about her. We can talk. Because if we not talk about her, if we not educate, if we not debate, because there's this layman idea, like the questions that some people they ask at the platform, then as much as they sound very silly and stupid or whatever you might want to call them, this is the perception they have. This is the perception. This is what's going on. So we need for come back to the platform someday. We ask ourselves them question in the back, where then people need to ask and see how we go able to address them in a very educative way without attaching it with emotions. So we go able to make people they all understand. So I just want to make this contribution. I want to tell Una thank you for the fight on the fight. And we go make a time where we go do like a one-to-one, basically, like a one-to-one with Auntie Hawa or yourself, Alima, or anybody, we do one-to-one, we're going to put out small, make people go to get the understanding because it's very dynamic, very big, very deep, and very emotional topic for discourse. So, Una get we support, like way Fattia they say, and Fattia don't offer himself for be a member of Una organizations, and please, Una accommodate her, Una look after them, and we will continue the discussion. So I want to say thank you very much to all of you guys.
Thank you very much.
And obviously, we don't come to the end of the show, not forgetting Sayan as well. Instead of me then at the comment section,
Yes.
where me they address most of them questioning there, and on all the fights, this fight here. And like I say, una na formidable woman there, and una name don't go far na free time. And Alima, I know say you get tired. You know, say really people, we're stubborn. I know say they get tired. We are cocky, we're stubborn, we are difficult, very difficult people to be aware for challenge we not so easy, but yeah, you can't give up right now because
Yeah, well, I had to stay behind, but I understand. But I also we get for challenge with people them at the same time, and like the organizers say and the chairman say, and again, we are so proud of this moment. This is a test in our time. This is historical moment. It's not been easy, and we understand that people don't understand because a lot of we are expert now. We know a lot more than we people there, but we just want to step back, move away from this idea of attaching the culture and looking and say, what then people I don't tell when they talk about NTR. Let we at least listen to what they get for say, because at the end of the day, we know they talk again about we're not big woman then, so now we get a life of we own. But let we talk of the small picking the way they come up, or for them desperate woman the way we get in our country. We don't get nothing, and nobody need to talk for them. Now that we they talk for. At the end of the day, we are ready to die. We are activists. This now we job. The way we die, now we grave then again for rights. Once laid here, activists and FGM. You ask waiting at the slogan where we get. There's actually a global word for them. It's called End FGM, period. We get a campaign. Education is key, but the theory of change say change is a slow process. At some point, we will overcome Musa we did. We don't come a long way. But let we not stick to the same rhetoric where they say, now wait man and they pay we, they why they don't pay them for can't talk. It's so lame for let it suffer with black people suffer since independent.
When I make Alima, now I make her talk to you say and David say and if we're not able to reach out to the younger ones, the bigger the campaign, the better. If we're not able to reach out to the younger ones, the younger ones they're able for pass this message on, advocate to the younger person. Not make them put you on the. I think that's what we need. It's basically targeting the younger groups. If we're able to get the younger group on board, I'm sure it will make a difference. Anyway, we don't come to the end of the show. I just want to, go ahead.
We engage Boku young boys then salon and girls then. It's Sabi voting camp send who can pay back. This lady would then call Fatima Bio. Somebody they say Amara Kanu. He say if Fatima Bio they above over me dead body. Fatima Bio Sabi me we don't meet up on a platform. You know they about because then get gone. Now they are. If they not get gone, they not get sababu na the old world. We've been traveling around conference to conferences. Now you can degrade this with campaign. He said, and then a man puts the gun behind where you talk, then they lost in your family. Amara, go answer your question, eh? Okay. We're not afraid of.
Okay, Una, thank you so much, Alima. It was a pleasure hosting you as always. I love watching you when they talk because you educate me so much, particularly today. And like I said, with technician at the background, it just made me to talk to me. It just a smile.
I don't say Mona me family. You see, Mona me family.
In a beam from A to E, when they talk about Lonsa over here, over there, he likes stuff like that.
Saba utpa, sa si che enambara, Saba to nambara. So nobody need to tell me anyhow.
He's so excited.
But you know, it's tiring. I exhausted because when we push back the rights of women and girls, when we don't know, we they push back other laws. And I want to say something, and this is like a throwback to Una with the host we so now.
Go ahead.
You know, when we they talk to them politicians and say, Una help we pan this campaign because if Una not help we would then broke law. The law then they affect that everything where they happen. So what happened in Kenema was orchestrated because now we they even fit for Una the politician right now for any violation of human rights. They lock politician at prison without no fair justice. You know, we get the tripartite with it right now. We as activists are paying attention. You say, well, you know, FGM campaigner, what do you do with the tripartite? You'd be surprised because ask Hawa, Syrian, and everybody, we come alone in particular, all the them politicians and they call we MP there. You know, it's just unfortunate the election is on now. But if there was not election, we all get planned for go House of Commons either this month for go talk about the issues in Sierra Leone. We're not powerful women there. We're proud to say we are powerful. We're not to fake people. They let people that don't make that kalo there and says it was Hawa in Syria, and we get power and we will use with power. We don't use them before. This isn't the first time. We have the power to make that change. Sylvia, you know, so
yes, you know,
Sabi very well.
Okay, like my coordinator say, we go begin hosting a one-to-one and Tiawa Sayan Alimatu. I just want to tell Una thank you. I love listening to you guys. You mesmerize me. I'm amazed by Una because Una well-learned individual. And like I say, FGM na something very particular to me. Me say we like for Guna any support necessary that Una need, Una can count on me. Years and years ago, the council I used to live, I used to work with the homeless team. And my section was interviewing girls. I never say this actually. Today's the first because that's something I used for my dissertation at university. So it's quite emotional, but it was okay, you know, interviewing them, you know, a link to homelessness. So all these, so I get quite a little bit of knowledge, you know, something I just go forward with. But you know, I just want to tell you plenty thank you for wanna join me today. It's a pleasure having you guys here. Honestly. All my way there online, I want to all thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome at this platform, YouTube, Facebook. Anytime you're watching us, we're very much grateful. Sayan online, thank you so much as well. You don't answer question online. You're not here in person today, but hopefully next time the coordinator will be able to host you as well, so yourself can give you side because you said a formidable woman when it comes to FGM. You're well known for it and you're passionate about it. Any way they do, you need passion. If you put your passion into it, you put the emotion one side, then you tend to be successful, which you guys are doing. And the go places and the rich places. Una all thank you what you watch we. Thank you. God bless Una. God bless Sierra Leone and hopefully FGM. Probably not to be young generation, but it would put to end very soon. Una thank you. Una good night. Thank you, Mola. God bless you for waiting on stage today. Thank you so much, Mr. Timini Mo. Thank you. Let God bless you and your family and you can pick it. Una thank you. Una good night. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much. Have a great evening.
Accurate to African lobby and tea. Una le we bia, le we patient. Episi kambako. Una le we correct, le we no fet we say. Kambako, le we no lose up. Episi kambako, le we live for the play we say. Episi kambako, na de we dey. Episi, na de we dey. Kambako, na de we dey. Episi, na de we dey. no cost yourself, oh. Let we not blame nobody. We for let we serve. Let we stand together. So APC go calm. Papa check it honest, we not tell we say. We for let we serve. Una let we be here, let we patient. APC they come back home. Una let we correct, let we not vet we serve. APC they come back home. Let we not lose up. APC they come back home. Let we learn for the play we serve. APC they come back home. Now they we dey. APC now they we dey. They come back home. Now they we dey. APC now they we dey. You feel no be no try make it no post say APC now the best party. APC party, yeah. Now the best party, now the best party. Them and me, una don't rape, pape. APC they come up. Hey young boy, una be here. Hey young girl, APC they come up. Do ya, let we not fence we say. We not fence we say. So be that one, we go win the battle. Yeah. Una let we be here, let we patient. APC they come back home. Una let we correct, let we not fence we say. APC they come back home. Let we not lose up. APC they come back home. Let we learn for the play we set. APC they come back home. Now they we dey. Now they we dey. Come back home. Now they we dey. APC. Now they we dey. Party A, party B, it no make sense. It no make sense. I said party B, party C, it no make sense. It no make sense. All the UK, that we no make sense. It no make sense. We for no say now why APC we get. No talk to APC. We get. Now that we dey, now that we dey, now that we dey. APC. Now that we dey, now that we dey, now that we dey. APC. Super boy. Overtaking is allowed. Super boy. Overtaking is allowed. Super boy. Una let we be here, let we patient. APC they come back home. Una let we correct, let we not fence we say. APC they come back home. Let we not lose up. APC they come back home. Let we learn for the play we set. APC they come back home. Now they we dey. APC now they we dey. They come back home. Now they we